So this is take two because apparently my first one decided to delete itself. I wanted to talk to you today about fear and overcoming your fears because it's something that everybody goes through, something everybody can relate to. And I think it's important because you have to get past your fears to be your full potential. I have fears. I have my phobias. My biggest fear, though, was the fear of rejection because I didn't want to conform to society. I didn't want to be a cookie cutter person, and I wanted to be able to be who I truly am. I didn't know who I was or how I could be that person that I was supposed to be, but I knew that I was supposed to be somebody, and I knew I'd be somebody one day. But to get past those fears, I had to talk about them. And my biggest fear that I have finally overcome and been able to get out of my comfort zone and talk about it finally so that it's getting into my comfort zone was about when I was assaulted. When I was in my early 20s, most people didn't know that I had been sexually assaulted by somebody that was close to me and was supposedly a good friend. You have to be able to talk about that because you can't let something like being assaulted or harassed define who you are. I am now not just Jill the coach, not just Jill the secretary, not Jill the bartender. I am Jill the survivor. Because I didn't let it stop me. I didn't let it put a halt on who I was and who I was becoming. I got out of my zone and told somebody finally. And yes, I waited too long to tell them, but it had to be done because I needed to get past that. I had to move on in my life. And by being able to talk about it, I was able to overcome my fears and step out of my comfort zone. And you have to, as I've heard so many other times, be comfortable with getting uncomfortable. And for me, I'm uncomfortable talking in front of this camera. It's just part of who I am. I hate being in front of the camera. But I'm okay with it because I'm getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. And I'm not going to let it stop me from reaching my full potential because I want to be the best person that I can be. And in order to do that, I have to be uncomfortable. You know, I'm a big people person. I love talking to people. I love being with people, but to talk to somebody via a camera, it's not me. I mean, I can Skype with you perfectly fine, but just to talk to a camera isn't where I want to be at. But it helps me because it's getting me to the point where I'm more comfortable with who I am and who I'm becoming. And so, you know, you just have to get over those fears. You have to be able to get past them because they are going to start defining you after a while. The fears you have are what are holding you back. Once you break past those fears, you can go as far as you want. The sky is the limit when you break past that wall. You have to think of your fears like this brick wall right behind me now. You know, and you can hit it all you want. It isn't going anywhere, but as soon as you manage to take a sledgehammer and go through it through those fears, you can do whatever you want with them because you have nothing else stopping you anymore. So, no matter what your fears are, you can get past them. If I can get past and become a survivor and not let my issues stop me, you can too.